attract all forms of excellence. He's not a man that wants us to do things the right way, but he wants us to do it the excellent way. And also in his entourage, we have the Honorable Commissioner of Education. Honorable Commissioner Joan Osa of Yahweh. Also we have in his entourage the head of service. Head of service Okumbo is also in his entourage. Thank you so much.
The John Were of this community, all students of Benin Technical College, members of the School Management Board of Benin Technical College. I'm so happy to see you all here. We are here today this afternoon for His Excellency to commission this facility. It is the Imose Production Center for Tablet and Repair. This center is a manifestation of Mr. Governor's holistic approach to education reform. Starting September, the Edo State Ministry of Education, along with our boards, we are going to be rolling out tablets to secondary, TVET, and GSS students. And if we are doing this, we obviously need to have a system in place that would support in repair and deployment and so on and so forth. And we are so thrilled that today we are partnering with Imose Computers and Testers app to do this. And more importantly, because the CEO of Imose Computers, Engineer Osayi Zedome, is from Edo State, schooled here, and is homegrown. This is also another reflection of what Governor Obaseki is doing. Mr. Governor is not interested in youth that will see him and say, Chirigosa for the governor. He's interested in youth and he's interested in supporting youth that have something tangible to offer. So Your Excellency, welcome to Benin Technical College. This is going to be the first of several production centers that you have mandated us to set up in this school and in the other technical schools across the state. We are currently working also with another Edo son to set up something for the oil and gas industry. We hope to invite you again, Your Excellency, in the near future to also commission that project. Thank you very much, everybody.
Mr. Osayi Zedome.
Thank you. Standing on existing protocols, as the Honorable Commissioner highlighted, I was born here, right at Urubi, near Wire Road, Yaro. I grew up here, went to Word of Faith, primary, secondary, IC, advanced, went to Uniben, studied mechanical engineering. So this is my home. And having an opportunity to partner with His Excellency and the team in Edo State is something that I hold dear. What we're doing here today is going to transform lives. The impact may not be obvious today, but as these children that go through the intensive training we're going to put them here will go through, they are going to be made life ready so they can be gainfully employed and take care of themselves as they come out of here. So I want to thank His Excellency very, very specially for his leadership, for his guidance, and for his unwavering commitment to education. Sir, I thank you. And I thank the Honorable Commissioner for our immense support and the board of TVET. Everyone here has been awesome. They've supported us. We gave ourselves a very rigorous timeline and they delivered. So to all of you and the Imose team that has led this effort as well, thanks everyone and God bless you. Thank you.
Production and Repair Center. With the Executive Governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, the Commissioner of Education, Dr. Joan Oviawe, the Board Secretary, Executive Principal, teachers, my fellow students, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As we all know, the Imose Tablet Production and Repair Center is a new establishment in our noble college. I am Oluchi Favor Chibu, a representative of this noble college, Benin Technical College. I'm standing on this podium on behalf of the students of this great college to humbly appreciate Imose for partnering with the Edo State government to establish this great opportunity here in Benin Technical College. I also want to appreciate the Edo State government in person of Governor Godwin Obaseki for providing adequate facilities and a clean and conducive environment. The Imose Tablet Production and Repair Center is a private technical organization which deals on the production and repair of tablets. The teaching program is to begin with lessons focused on the repairing aspects to be progressed into the production aspects. On behalf of the students of this great college, I humbly appreciate the governor for adding sugar to our tea by providing extra opportunity in the Skill Acquisition Center. As we all know, skill acquisition can never be overemphasized, especially in this era that technology is gradually taking over the world and the society at large. In conclusion, I would like to say to the students of this great college that we have been placed in a position with advanced opportunities and we should take great advantage of it. Thank you.
In him. I want, on behalf of the school's management board, thank you, Your Excellency, for bringing this very laudable project to our institution. It's reminiscent of what we had about 48, 49 years ago at the onset of the school. Our motto is self-reliance and service. That you have reenacted today. Therefore, Your Excellency, I want to thank you. Again, Oliver asked for more. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to also ask that information and protocol are very good objects of driving whatever you are doing in government. It is not going to end here, but to also showcase it to the world, not just Nigeria, so that even the old students and even those roadside, technicians will see that this is an innovation, not only before the government, but for all and sundry. It is on this note I want to thank the managing director too, Imose, for bringing us this to fore before us. Thank you so much. God bless you.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, the great Edo State, as we expect him to unveil after his speech the Technology Center. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Please be seated. Commissioner for Education, where the students, they are back in school, in class, and all the students who are here. As we celebrate Education Week this year, it is indeed a pleasure to unveil another very innovative program which the Ministry of Education has come up with. I listened very carefully to the last speaker, and I align with what you have said. The reason why we didn't think that the right thing to do was to behave like they've always behaved in the past, by making noise when nothing has been achieved, was that we wanted to first achieve something, show evidence before we now make noise and let people know what we have done. Don't forget, the first day I resumed work as a governor, the first place I visited was Benin Technical College. And it was deliberate, because as far back as 2016, it was clear to us in government that unless you change the paradigm in terms of education in our country, we are not going anywhere. That if you look at the history of Nigeria and why we were great in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and up till the 90s, was because of the kind of investments that we made in education, particularly at the foundational level and also at the skills level. Unfortunately, most of those gains have been wiped out. But we believe that we can rebuild. And we have started that process in Edo State. What we need to do is to work on the political class. Because except we work on the political class, we may not get out of the morass we're in. Because in all of our politics, in all we do, nobody is interested. We, the politicians, are not interested in education. We're not interested in development for our people. That is not the purpose. So if you look at, we've just finished a whole series of elections. Nobody cared about Benin Technical or any of our technical schools or what we're doing in Edo Best. Those were not the issues. The issues were, how do I make my own money? And that's what the fight is all about. So when you hear in town, oh, Obaseki is not doing anything, yes, he's not doing anything for some people who want to chop money. But he's trying to do things for those who believe in the future of Edo State. And we'll continue to fight them. Thank God you've joined us. We've shown them over and over, when they come, we defeat them. Because they cannot be more important than the people. We are here for the people. We are here for the next generation. And we are ready to continue the fight until we succeed. For this school, Benin Technical, it is supposed to be a pilot of what we want to do across the state. We've said that every local government must have a technical college. And it is just not a technical college where you produce people with certificates. A technical school where people live with skills. The plan is simple. Invest in basic education, the foundation. Make sure that by the time a child is 10 or 12 and leaving primary 6, that child can read fluently and has strong numeracy skills. The child now goes to JSS because under the UBEC law, the child is supposed to be under the custody of a government system until the child is 15. So by the time the child is leaving JSS 3, that child should be prepared for work. So that if the child unfortunately does not have the opportunity to continue, the person will not be useless to themselves. We cannot accept anymore the drop-off ratio we've seen, where there is a 50% drop-off ratio of children from school between primary 6 and SS1. That is what you see in the motor parks. That's what you see driving irregular migration and human trafficking. We have decided to change that trajectory such that by the time a child is finishing JSS 3, you know clearly, I am going to a technical school or I am going to a senior secondary school to prepare me for university or polytechnic. Clear. And while you are in the technical school or in the tertiary, you are already working. Whatever area of interest, whether you want to be in the food business, whether you want to be in the technical area, whether you want to be in technology, you start it then. When you go to Europe, places like Germany, how many people do you think are graduates of universities? They are less than 20%. But most of them have work. To be a butcher, you have to have gone through some certified training. Not to talk about being a cameraman or, anything else in the creative industry. So, about 6 months ago, we were fortunate to be introduced to the chairman of Imose Technology. And it was clear because at that time we were still toying. We have done well, whether people accept it or not, whether they want to talk about it or not. The world recognizes that Edo Best is a global innovation. I just got back from Washington, D.C. There was a global summit of countries who are transforming the educational system, Edo State was the only non-country that was invited. Only two countries from Africa, two entities from Africa, Sierra Leone and Edo State. Everybody else was from another country in the world. So I hear you. We were not hiding what we're doing anymore. We want to talk about it because the world is talking about it. And so 6 months ago, we're thinking through what next. We have said Edo Best 2.0, meaning that what we use, the tools we used to achieve the success in basic education, we want to use the same tool across the whole spectrum of education in Edo State. But we now realize that we have a major problem. A major problem in secondary and technical education. That was when we now decided the only way to fast track is the use of technology. Under Edo Best 1.0, only the teachers had tablets. So the lesson notes, all the things the teacher needs to do was loaded in the teacher's tablet. So, and the teacher then used it to impart knowledge to the children. Under our Edo Best 2.0, from JSS 3, every child will now have their own tablet. Because all the schoolwork, all your books, everything will be loaded onto that piece of device. So that whether in class or not in class, they can be learning. And what we've also done, and we're very proud of, and we ask anybody to challenge us, this is how we're spending those taxpayers' money. We are now connecting every local government in Edo State with fiber. So every local government will have direct internet connection. And a lot of the internet connection will go through all the schools. So it's not just having a device that you just load once a week or a day. You're having a device that you can interact with on an ongoing basis. Why are we doing all of this? The future is about knowledge. The future is about the fourth industrial revolution. And we have said as a government, never again in our history will we go through what we've gone through in the last 20, 30 years, where our children have refused to accept the situation we have put them in. And anywhere else but home, they will go. People keep forgetting that in 2016, 2017, when we took over office, you had at least 30,000 Edo boys and girls in Libya trying to cross. If they were well trained, if they had skills, would they have traveled? So we said, never again. We will go anywhere in the world to look for the resources. We are blessed, we are fortunate that we have people. Look at the chairman of Imose. He's developed this device and selling across the country and across the world. He's our own. That's why we said, please come. Oh, can it be affordable? I said, of course, people will look for. We'll look for ways to afford it. For those families and children who are so indigent and cannot, we will look for means to make sure that they are able to have this device. For those who can, they will subsidize somewhat those who cannot. Government will also try. All students will try. Will you not? So this afternoon is another major milestone. I'm very, very excited. For several reasons. Apart from the fact that we're using this to change the entire pedagogy of our post-basic education system, we're also using this place, which has been our dream as a production hub. If you go behind, you'll see some buildings which we're putting in place. We want to attract industry to come here. We're discussing with them in Evaike, the spare parts, to see how we can help set up workshops here in this area. We're discussing with Osiomo and Ihobo Power Company to see how we can bring electricity from the IPP across, the Koba River here, so that it is just not a school. It is also a production center where people are doing different things because they have electricity, they have access to water. And the children will now have an opportunity to work in these facilities, in these factories. So it's just not going to technical school and having paper qualification. While you are in school, you have an opportunity to now do practicals. We're also talking to our contractors in the construction industry that they must use resources from our technical schools so that these children can begin to understand the rudiments of whatever professions or skills they are acquiring. I'm sorry if I've spoken longer than I thought I will, but I think it's important that this message can not only be preached by governments. It is now our responsibility to go out and talk about what you see that we are doing. Government cannot, on a daily basis, go on radio, on television, oh, we are constructing Benin Technical Road, we are constructing Benin Technical Road, we are constructing Benin Technical College. There are people who live here who see what we're doing. There are parents who bring their children to school every day who see what we're doing. Are you talking about it? People will believe you more than government because they don't trust government. So I'm throwing that back the challenge that please don't let the bad people overwhelm the good people in our society. Don't let hopelessness overtake hope in our society. Talk about progress. Talk about the future. Talk about what your government is doing. We're doing it because of you. We had a choice to bring the money and share the money like they've always done. But we said no. God has been kind to us by giving us the opportunity to be in government. And we must use that opportunity for our people and for God. So I implore you, the old boys, your websites, your blog, go out there and talk about it. Because there are many naysayers. There are too many of them. And these are people who've always benefited from the system without contributing to the system. They are angry. Let them not overwhelm us. Let us talk about the good things that are going on. We're not perfect. Those things that are not right yet, tell us. And let's also advise on how we can make it better. So on that note, I now have the pleasure to invite you to join me as we formally commission the Imose Tablet Production and Repair Center. Please tell them, oh, it is not the tablet they drink. Tell them it is computer, tablets, and laptops. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to now formally commission the Imose Computer, Tablets, and Repair Center, which is the first of the repair centers that will be established by the government of Edo State across our technical schools. I do this to the glory of God and to the benefits of Edo people.
3 times a week, and they're going to get real hands-on practical training from our product development engineers. One of them is standing behind you here. We're going to have a couple of them. We're also going to invite some of our partners from China to also come here, stay with them, ensure that they are fully certified. At the end of the 6 months program, these students will be able to repair any kind of smart device anywhere in the world, not just Imose. And Your Excellencies, our hope is that once they come out of here, they'll be life ready. They would also have an potential program with Imose and then transition to become full staff of Imose. So it's really a journey with them, and we are going to ensure that we work with them, not just when they come out of here, but through their entire journey through becoming gainfully employed. So I thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity. Thank you, sir. Soldering iron. This workstation comes with several capabilities to solder, to test the motherboards, to check that screens are installed properly. We also have a multi
Yeah, it's okay. Let's